Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be answering your guys' questions, and the first question is going to be this, coming from Omar Cybersnap11. Crazy name, bro. But he has asked, hey Kevin, do you think we should change our defensive approach and how? Now, before I go into this question here, if you guys have not seen my previous clips, I did assess like what's going on here. These are going to be the type of videos where I'm going to be answering your guys' questions under like 3 or 4 minutes, maybe even more because I feel like I talk too much, but that's basically how it's going to go. And I'm going to be separating like these questions into their own videos. And so you're going to be seeing a lot of notifications saying that Kevin uploaded. There's going to be a lot of videos being uploaded, but they're only going to be about 3-4 minutes. So it's going to be a lot of fun, and I hope you guys do enjoy it, this new approach on this YouTube channel. So once again, Omar did ask, hey Kevin, do you think we should change our defensive approach and how? Now, very simple, no. We should not change our defensive approach. We can modify it, but we don't have to change our defensive approach. Modify it by adding new details, and I'm gonna explain what I do mean by that, by adding new details, because I really do think that this is a player problem, not a system problem. I really do back this system that Hansi Flick is implementing. It works. We have seen it work. We have seen it last season. It brought us 3 trophies, the domestic treble, and I want to continue with this exact same system. And if we need to add more layers to this system, modify this system, that is the only way moving forward. Not, well, we need to push back, and we need to not have our high defensive line, not attack as much as we used to because we only concede more goals. No, just modify it, right? How can we just tweak some things but still have the same style of play? I want that because that is what we deserve. I am a big fan of this club for one reason, and that is because they entertain me. Entertain me, and I will have a lot of fun. Entertain me and bring trophies, I would have a lot of fun. That is why I'm a Barcelona fan, right? So it's a player problem, not a system problem. Meaning, I am not willing to say that we have to screw this whole system away only because a lot of these players are not in focus. These players need to be focused. That's all they need to do. Be focused on your task. I understand the risk in our system, but it does not mean that we have to let it go. These players just need to implement it well and focus on their duty, their role. Flick, this is why Flick is so strict, is because he's like, look, it's going to be high risk, but it's also going to be high reward. And if you want that high reward, I'm going to need 110% of your commitment. And if you don't bring me your commitment, if you're late, right? If you're late, even for 1 minute in our meetings, you are not going to be in the 11. You are going to be out because you're showing me that you're not committed, and you are going to be a liability in the system. That is just how it is. I'm sorry. So it is a player problem, not a system problem. And I want to also bring a quote that Guardiola said. And this was a very recent interview that happened about 24 hours ago. And this is what Guardiola said. This is his take on Hansi Flick's system. It's very interesting. So I'm going to read this very loud and clear, and I want you guys to really pay attention because this is where I do get my ideas from. So this is what Guardiola said. I am not one to give advice, but some say, no, the problem is with Barcelona's defense. Look, don't change anything. Just keep moving forward as you are now. It's natural that over time, opponents will find a way to hurt you. Isn't that the essence of the game? The team never stays the same forever. They'll find a solution, and then it'll be up to Hansi to find a counter to that as well. It's not about changing the plan, but about adding new details that prevent opponents from exploiting weaknesses. In football, stagnation destroys any team. Sometimes I try to analyze what Barcelona does. I look at how they defend, how the process works. Everything with them is at top speed. It's truly enjoyable and worthy of admiration. I recently read that they score on average of between 2.9 to 3 goals per 90 minutes. To beat them, you have to score 4 goals. The truth is, it's a really fun experience watching them. As a Barcelona fan, I feel sorry for those who aren't fans of the team because watching them is a real pleasure. It was unfortunate that they did not reach the final of the Champions League, but Inter Milan is a tough team to beat. Johan Cruyff's idea was always to score 1 more goal than your opponent, but it was accompanied by great control over the game's flow. I think Hansi Flick has given this idea a fresh touch. So all those things that Guardiola talked about here is facts, bro. It is so facts. What did Ronaldo say? Factos. I don't know if that's how you say it in Spanish, but like it's facts, bro. Like That's just how it is. Like we want to be a team where it's like we're gonna score more than 3 goals no matter what. It's guaranteed. We're gonna score more than 3 goals no matter what. I know that we only scored 1 goal against PSG, 1 goal against Sevilla, but that goes back to my point, right? Like it's a player problem. This system does work. If the players do actually give 110% when they press, when they have to track back, when they try to pin the ball to the other side of the pitch as fast as possible, we're going to score 3 to 4 goals guaranteed. It's just going to happen. And to beat us, you have to score four. Do you have the capability? I'm talking to all the opponents. Do you have the capability to score 4 goals against us? I don't think you do, because you know what? When they try to go up against us, but we actually know how to implement the high defensive line well, they're not going to score goals against us. It's just not going to happen. We have seen it played out last season. The results are there. This is the reason why Guardiola said, like, just add more new details to it. Like, for example, he's saying Flick needs to talk to Kubarsi when it comes to this situation here. Like, how can he react faster to just get that person behind you offside? Like, just adding new detail. It's the exact same goal, but just add new detail to get yourself better, to get those players offside and not getting caught all the time and conceding those 2 or 3 goals that you're not supposed to concede in the first place. That is what Guardiola is saying here. And our approach, our system, our identity, it very much does align with what Barcelona is, right? It's just, it would be disrespectful to say we have to move away from this idea and play more, way more conservative, play more defensive or whatever. It's disgraceful, because that is not what Barcelona stand for. Barcelona is a team that entertains, that can score goals, that can be successful, very uh, flexible. Like there's so many things that add into Barcelona style of play that Flick is bringing, that we're finally seeing after being so underwhelming between the years of 2020 to 2023. Man, I would say even before that, 2018 through 2023. It's been like a 8 year run where Barcelona were underwhelming. And so this has to be it. Like Guardiola, this is it. What Guardiola said here is true. And the fact that he also said, like they need to score, the fact that we want to be able to score one more goal than our opponent. That's always that idea, right? Like that is one of Johan Cruyff's idea. But he also accompanied it with great control. See, I'm losing my speech because I'm thinking about too many things. But you need to bring also control with that is also true. I think that this is the reason why as well Pedri is so important to our system, is because Pedri brings us the control that we do need. But when you see players like Balde, Kobarski, Eric Garcia, Frankie not helping Pedri in the midfield, it's all just going to be chaos. And once again, it goes back to the player problem. These players need to be attentive. How do we help Pedri? Frankie has the ball. How do we help Frankie? How can we be closer to him to give him more support, or else he's going to lose the ball? So the ideas is there, and the ideas are correct. So that is it, right? That is going to be wrapping up today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.